Hey, what's going on, good people? Jermaine Glass. Listen, something very significant happened today at work. So, there's one lady, a potential customer and stuff. So, I'm sitting up there trying to get 5 minutes of her time so we can see how we can move forward the next step. And the thing she was looking into, good people, she's like, no, I don't have 5 minutes. I got to go pick up my boyfriend. We're supposed to have dinner tonight. I said, ma'am, just give me 5 minutes. She's like, no, I got to go pick up my boyfriend. I said, okay. So the people, I'm walking with her to a vehicle and we still conversing, and come to find out she got two sons that's in the military. One's in the army, the other in the Air Force, and the one in the army a little bit more buttoned up, mature, focused and stuff. And the one in the Air Force, she's like, he's sporadic, his attention and everything's all over the place, but he got a girlfriend who trying to get him to do some different stuff. And I told her, hey, don't listen to what she's talking about. I said, she's setting him up for failure. I said, if anything, make sure he don't get married or have a baby anytime soon. Cause I said, right now he's young. He's trying to figure out who he is as a person, as a man. I said, but give him time. You know, his career is gonna eventually push him to be more focused, more mature, and to develop the way that he needs to. But right now he's trying to figure out stuff. And you know, a lot of time leadership isn't natural for a lot of people. You know, some people it comes natural to them. So it's not as challenging, but it still have its challenges with it and good people. So sitting there, me and her discussing, I was telling her about my time in the military and different times, you know, leading different soldiers. And I explained a lot of times, I say, listen, you might not understand why I'm telling you what I'm telling you right now, why I got you doing what I have you doing. But later on, you're going to understand when you see how it benefits you. And good people, I'm just telling her different stories, and then I let her, you know, listen to some things. And good people, as we're conversing, you know, the conversation lead to, I said, hey, when I was your son age, around 22 and stuff, when I was young, trying to figure stuff out, I was like 19, 20. I said, listen, my brother told me that my nephew at the time looked up to me, and I didn't understand why, because I'm still trying to figure out life. I'm out here just winging it. But he had already seen and heard about some of the stuff I did, and he decided that he wanted to mold himself after that. And one of the things I told him, I said, hey, listen, you're going to have to learn how to be an honorable, respectable man. Take accountability for your actions, and also keep your grades up. And then, you know, just different stuff. And I used to check on him all the time, good people, and explain to her how, you know, he listened. And good people, he became a very respectable, honorable young man, good people. And, you know, as I'm telling this, I said, listen, this story gonna get a little sad, but I said he listened to all the different things. You know, he was a natural leader. I said, but unfortunately, he didn't get to see his graduation because he ended up passing a few months before that because of some health problems. But in the course of that, knowing when I found out that he looked up to me, it made me realize and more conscious of my actions. I was like, oh, I have someone watching me. And I said, you know, I'm trying to figure out life. I'm winging it. I said, but I got someone watching me, so I need to be mindful of how I'm carrying myself and what I'm doing, because he's looking up to me, good people. So even though I was already like a natural leader, but it made me more conscious of what I was doing, because I said, you never know who's watching you or paying attention to you, or what you may say or do, or how it affect them and inspire them. So, you know, give your son some time. And good people, before I know it, you know, we had been talking for an extra 30 minutes. And when she had told me she didn't have 5 minutes to do some stuff that I needed to do to help her and her boyfriend. But good people, she was so engaged, and throughout the conversation, she wiped her eyes like 3 times, had some tears 3 times, because she was so engaged into the conversation. So good people, you never know who's watching you and how you may affect them.